Now we're getting ready to learn about Easter. And who remembers who was born at Christmas time?
Jesus!
Yeah. So what we're going to do today is we're going to remember Jesus when he was a grown-up. He's not a baby anymore. He had a lot of birthdays, and he was about as old as your mom and dad. He might have been about 33 years old, okay? And when he came, he had to meet a lot of people, and he became a very good teacher. He taught them about how God wants us to live, and he had a lot of friends. You know what those friends were called?
No.
Disciples. Can you say disciples?
Disciples.
Good job. We have some older students that are going to help us today. Now, Charlie here in the middle, he's got on white. Who do you think he might be pretending to be? Yeah. So he has two friends here, and what are they called?
Disciples.
Disciples. So they're going to help us learn about what Jesus and his disciples did. If you went to church with mom or dad on Sunday, maybe you got to see these. It was Palm Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're going to learn about Palm Sunday today too. All right? So there weren't any cars. Excuse me, Daniel, what did you need to say?
I used one of those at church before.
Excellent. Well, we're going to use them again today. I borrowed some. Britt?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you may. All right. So there weren't any cars when Jesus was a grown-up. And they would ride on a horse or a donkey, or they would walk. So he got together with his friends, and listen to what he told his friends. Listen, he's going to talk.
Go to the village ahead of you, and you will find a donkey there tied with her baby colt by her. Untie them and bring them to me. If anyone says anything to you, tell them that the Lord needs them, and he will return them soon.
So they're going to go and bring a pretend donkey in. So we have Hosanna.
Hosanna.
Coming. We want everybody to know.
All right, let's say Hosanna. Jesus is coming.
Hosanna. Hosanna.
Lay him down. Lay him down over there by Mrs. Williams. Hey, lay him down and then go stand over there.
That's going to turn out.
Good job, friends. Hey, come up here, friends. Come up here and put him down over this way. Wrong, friends. Keep walking and put him up here. Put him over here. Wrong, friends. Put him up here. Keep walking so you can put him up here. Gracie, stand down. Walk this way. Lay him down. There you go. Scout paper.
He's right here. Watch Jesus coming to town. Put your palms down and your walk on. There you go. Now when he comes by, everybody say, yay! And right down here. Say, yay! And we're going to follow him. Follow Jesus.
Follow Jesus.
My brown friends.
Let the fish class go.
The fish class go.
There you go. Everybody wanted to be friends with Jesus, and they followed him. Come on.
Okay, everyone go. Baby, you're so cute.
All right, boys and girls, we're pretending like they walked into Jerusalem. That was the name of the town. All right? And everybody was really excited, and somebody that didn't know he came, they all said, who is this? And
Who is this?
No, I'm going to say, who is this? What are you going to tell me?
Jesus.
Yes, they all entered Jesus, didn't they? So Jesus was staying in Jerusalem because it was a party weekend. They were happy. They were getting ready for a celebration that was called Passover. And Passover was something where all the families had a meal together, and they remembered all the ways that God had delivered them. And Jesus was a Jew too, and so he had to celebrate the Passover. And so he said this. His disciples asked him a question.
Where do you want us to go to get ready for you to eat the Passover meal?
Go into the city, and the man carrying a jar of water will meet you. Follow him. Say to the owner of the house that he enters, the teacher asks you, where is your guest room that we can use to eat the Passover together? The owner will show you a large upper room, front drenched and ready. Make preparations then.
All right, so you guys can go on in there. So what Jesus told them, he said, no, wait, boys and girls. Wait.
Excuse us. Hi.
Right here, they're going to go get ready. Now, we're going to pretend like we got invited to go eat the Passover with Jesus and his friends. Now, you're going to be the disciples. So we're going to go in the special room. We're going to go in the special room. There's no chairs because at the Passover, people didn't sit down. I want you to go around the tables, find a napkin and a cup, and stand in front of a napkin and a cup, okay? And then you're going to listen again, and then we're going to have a Passover. Look at this table. When you go to church, I want you to look at the table that the priest stands behind. It's called the altar, and it looks a lot like this table. What are these?
Candles.
We light them to remember Christ. Yeah.
It is.
We see bread. We see wine. Usually we see some plants. We always see a beautiful tablecloth because we're honoring God and we're remembering the Last Supper. That's right. When you get to be in second grade, you're going to learn about it. You'll be having the Holy Bread too. So let's listen again when they got to have the Passover, what Jesus said, okay?
You are my friends. I wanted to share this special meal with you because I love you very much. I will always love you and take care of you.
So Jesus took some bread and he thanked God for their food and he broke it and he gave it to his disciples saying,
Take it easy. This is my body given up for you. Do this in memory of me.
Then he took the cup and he gave thanks to God and he offered it to them saying,
Drink from it, all of you.
Alright. So when you go to Mass, you're going to see the priest. He's remembering Jesus' Last Supper. He always breaks the holy bread, and we have wine, and they're remembering. So I want you to go to church with your mom and dad, and you look up there, and you remember, today we're going to have some bread, and we're going to have some pretend wine. It's apple juice, and we're going to have a Passover with our friends, okay? It's a way to remember what happened at Easter.
Are all parents coming?
They won't come today. They only come when you go to Mass. But some of you guys go to Sunday school, but when you get a little older, okay? So that was the last time that Jesus ate with his friends. And so that's why we remember it the way we do in church. And then after that, Jesus, remember, he died on the cross, and then he rose, and now he's King of heaven. He's King of the whole universe. And he loves you guys. He loves you very, very much. So let's pour some juice, and you can have a party with your friends, okay? Can you guys say thank you to the boys that helped us? Say thanks for helping us learn about Jesus.
You're welcome.
Good girl, would you like to eat?
Sure.
Enjoy the feast.
Can I
Did you drink?
have